with my friends at the old country church. With my friends at the old country church. As you might well guess, I was raised up in church. You know, I was raised as an only child. My sister passed away before I was born. I'll see her one day in heaven. I'll know her, she'll know me. But I was raised as an only child. I'm sure that in our little country church, that one time I spent in nursery, that the nursery workers came to mom and dad and said, we can't do anything, we can keep him in big church, you know. But that's how it happened anyhow. At 8 years of age, I preached my first sermon, and I've been with it ever since. And I've been at our church for 42 years now, and so if you put 8 and 42 together, you still haven't got my age. I'm old. I'm 65 now. But I tell you what, I've been saved since I was 8. I was saved a little bit before I preached that first sermon. And since that time, my desire was always to be closer to the Lord. Always get closer to the Lord. And there's a simple little song. It's in most hymnals, by the way. And you might know it. If you do, you feel free to sing along. It goes like this. It's kind of like meeting a friend or getting married or something like that. I mean, you think about it for a minute, there's that point where initially you meet somebody and you kind of commit to them as a friend or as a spouse or whatever. And then you talk through conversation, and through conversation, it's not the relationship that grows, it's the fellowship that grows. And there's a commitment that's made there too. And it's the same way with our walk with the Lord. If you've never initially asked Him into your heart, I hope that you will tonight before everything's over. We're going to have a word of prayers to close out later on. And you can talk to Him, do business with Him one-on-one. If you are a Christian, I want to challenge you and encourage you to deepen that fellowship, because He'll help you every single step of the way. I told this same fellow last night, by the way, that with praying and stuff, the older I get, the more I appreciate a Korean concept, and that's the concept of economy of movement. You can see it all throughout the Korean culture. I mean, you can see it in their music, you can see it in their art, you can see it in their martial arts, which I've studied some, and that economy of movement is just don't be around the bush, get directly to the point. And there's importance in long times of prayer with the Lord. There's even some times that I think are very important where I just come before Him, I don't even know what to pray. I just tarry before Him. All that's important. But the older I get, if I'm discouraged, I say, Lord, lift me up. If I need some help, Lord, help right here, right now. Quick, please. And I believe in those short prayers. And it's all based on the commitment to Him. One time Jesus started preaching about commitment, and the crowd started leaving. I mean, they were there as long as the food was coming, and as long as there was healings taking place, and this and that, the other, the miracles. But Jesus started preaching commitment, the crowd thinned out. And if you remember in the New Testament, He turned to the disciples, He said, "You boys going to leave me too?" And it was Simon Peter that spoke out. And he said, "Lord, where could we go? For Thou hast the word of life." Whatever your problem is today, I pray that you just take it to the Lord, because there's nowhere else to take it.
Temptation, so we could have Where could I go? Seeking the refuge for my soul. Need a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go but to the Lord? All right. Yeah.
Man, I got 3 friends here. I think the only 3 friends I got in the entire world.
That's it.
God bless you. Good to see you all
Mike,
tonight.
I'm over here.
How you doing?
My short boy.
Ooh. So now let me remember. This is Mark Robinson, by the way. Mark, it's good to see you and have you with us tonight. And this is Samantha
And Mike.
and Mike. It's good to see you all. Well, I'll share my mic too, and I got another one on
That's
top.
right here.
And I got a guitar over here if you need a little back after.
Well, I play bass on it. You got 6 strings?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good. I'll do that.
Yeah, it's a guitar. It's just shrunk down.
All
I
right.
put it in the wash too long.
Prior a couple times too, it looks like.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. We're just here to sing along with what we can.
Are you here to sing? Well, I'm
What do
telling
you
you,
think?
I'm going to go back to the 1960s. I don't know if youth choir we had it in, but there's no better place for you to place your life and your hand than in the hand of the Lord. And Gene McClellan wrote this from out of Canada. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. I'll do this out of
Put your hand in the hand of the man who still the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man who goes to sleep. Take a look at yourself. You can look at
John's looking through the video. Eventually, he'll get it right there. But, so everybody say hi to John. He was doing some better. I talked to him this evening and doing some better, so praise God for that. But we used to go up to Fairfield, Ohio, and we would be there, and there'd be a little lady that our group used to be just anybody that showed up. We put them right in there. And there was a little lady and her husband. They just got saved, on fire, brand new Christians. They were on up in years, but they were brand new Christians and so much in love. And one time we went up there to play, and I looked and I didn't see her. And I asked one of the guys, said, where's Sharon? And he said, well, didn't you hear he passed away unexpectedly? And I thought in the back of my mind, well, I'll never see her again. Very next time, she came back again. And she sang the song that she always sang, and I played it for her. And but that time, that song, that was a great testimony because she was there. She was there in spite of the fact that she had that tremendous loss in her life. And this is a song she always sang. It's called God of the Mountain. Hallelujah.
Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you got peace and love, and you never know. But things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, you are never alone. For the God of the mountain is to run in the valley. Things go wrong, He'll make it right. And the God of the good times is to run the valley. Is to run in the light. We talk of faith, way up on the mountain. All comes easy, life's an expense. Down in the valley, trials and temptations, that's where your faith is really put to the test. For the God on the mountain is to light the valley. Things go wrong, He'll make it right. And the God of good times is to light the valley. God of the day is the God in the night. The God of the day is the God in the night.
There's chairs over there if you guys want to see.
Thank you.
A lot of folks think that Christianity is about dying. No, it's not. It's about living. And you don't have to ever step away down here. just let him. And then the way I look at it, I kind of look at it like the Apostle Paul. All this in heaven too. You know, I'm looking forward to heaven. That's a great portion of it. I have a lady that was over at St. Elizabeth South. I've been at our church 42 years. And I was music, youth, and education at our church at that time. And stopped in on, that was when they had 2 beds in one room over there at North. And I stopped in on our lady, and she was out for a test. This other older lady, she looked at me, and she said, "Son, come over here." She said, "Are you a preacher?" I said, "What kind of man?" I said, "I'm a staff minister." She said, "That's close enough. I want you to have a word of prayer with me here in a minute." She said, "I want to tell you something. I'm a Christian, too." And she said, I don't know if I'm going to make it out of this hospital or not. But she said, "I tell you what, I don't think God's done with me yet. Said if he is, I'm all right with going home." And I thought about what Paul said about being in the strait betwixt the two. You know, to stay with you, which is more needful for you, or to go home and be with the Lord, which is gain or more. I thought about that. She looked at me, she said, "Son, I got a test for you to see if God's done with you yet or not." I said, "Cool, what is it?" She said, "Pinch yourself." Now, I come from an old Southern family that you do what your elders tell you to do, so I started pinching myself. She said, "That ain't hard enough. Pinch yourself harder." So I did. And I'm starting to wince. And she said, "Does that hurt?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, it does." She put that little finger up. She said, "He ain't through with you yet." Yeah, I'm looking forward to heaven someday with all this and heaven too. One day, I got a mansion over there, mansion over the hilltop out of the city.